Hello, guys. Good evening. This is High Priestess Jamila. Um, Something that Spirit wanted me to come and talk about real quick, and this is gonna be a very, very quick live, okay? Cause I'm tired. I'd really like to just watch a movie and relax. And I think what I'm gonna watch on TV is I think I'm gonna binge watch some Supernatural. I haven't watched that show in quite some time. And, you know, so something that I found very interesting today, and I think that this is, again, human error and people doing this on purpose. I think people are doing it on purpose. And I'm going to try to articulate this as good as possible. I really am. I'm going to really try to make you guys understand what it is that I am saying. So, today is a Tuesday, which is Aries day, right? Today is masculine energy, the masculine energy of Mars, who Aries is one of my favorite deities that I work with is Aries. I love him. My man is a Aries. I just love Aries energy. And then also, we are under Aries lunar powers even more. So somebody is definitely paying attention to that. In particular, a lot of these very toxic males are really paying attention to that. In particular, the ones that are kind of causing a lot of disturbances in the spiritual community and trying to cause a lot of disturbances and a lot of problems for women. Okay. And really, to be honest with you, even looking back at history, this is something that has and always will be frowned upon. For example, I'm going to say this on a Tuesday under an Aries lunar energy, women should feel more secure, right? And men should be more protective. However, the type of energy that we are dealing with, and I think that it does exist in social media, but it can exist in your reality, in your real life, is where you get the sense that, again, men are doing it wrong. And I'm not talking about this because of my significant other. I have a great relationship with him. Me and him are just 1,000,000% romantic. We don't have no problems. But I think that society within itself is doing it totally wrong. I do. So today, like for example, when I made my first live stream of the day, there was some resistance because everybody thinks that on a Tuesday under masculine energy, and especially under this Aries moon, that it's men's turn. And then on Monday and Wednesday, it's going to be the woman's term. And that is not the way we are supposed to be working with these cosmic energies. Wrong. And I felt like Spirit wanted me to come on here and say that. Wrong. You're doing it wrong. You're looking at it wrong. First of all, the whole battle of the sexes, that only exists in certain realities. For me, in my utopia, there is no battle of the sexes. That's stupid. That's stupid. However, a lot of women that are dealing with that, and a lot of men that are dealing with that, because men have to fight with other men just to be happy. Because a lot of men that are misogynistic men, um, sexist men, they end up old and sick and disgusting. They're disgusting. They're gross. Nothing, their life expectancy is lower. It's freaking horrible for them, and they're miserable. And they don't actually live a full happy life. Okay, but then again, women that are contending with them and they don't expect anything better are pretty much in the same boat. But so for me, I would never be a woman that would be led by that kind of energy. I would never. I would seek something better. And knowing that there's better out there and that you can manifest better for yourself is where it's at, straight up and down. So, but let's get back to what I'm talking about. So this is pretty much what I'm seeing and what I have observed. Back and forth, shifting. The scales are supposed to be balanced all the time. It is not supposed to be a battle of the sexes. And people that live in that reality, they don't get it. They don't understand. A lot of people that are living in that reality of this battle of the sexes where they are fighting and battling with misogynistic men and where men are battling with women, they don't get it because you don't have to actually live like that. So today, being under double masculine energy, I didn't feel attacked. I actually felt pretty good, very protected. Okay, almost like all of the male energy that is protecting me, even though males are trying to make me feel unsafe, unprotected. Even under the roof of my own family, they're trying to make me feel that way. And that's disgusting. And for me, just to let you guys know, I'm a Cancer sun on the cusp of Gemini with a Leo rising. So for me as a Cancer, safety is everything. I have to feel safe wherever, whatever is going on. I have to feel safe. I have to feel secure. I have to be safe and secure, which is why Cancer zodiac sign is one of the most powerful. And we don't play that mess, especially the women. Because there are certain, like I said, there's certain realities. I feel like we're dealing with multiple earthly realities. And I feel like you can choose to live under which one that you want. So for me, if I need to express something, I'm going to do it. And it's sad that in social media, I think that this is playing out in social media a lot because more so in my real life, first of all, there's a flaming ass goddamn, I'm talking about my shield that I have up. No one can get through it. No one. You can claim that you can, but at the end of the day, it always works out to me and my loved ones' advantage. Because I have been getting attacked by not only misogynistic people, but also racist people that are lost and confused. So, in social media, and I think that the spiritual community really needs to be careful with this. Just because some days are governed under certain energies doesn't mean that one gender has power. That's just like somebody born on a Monday. That's feminine power. Tuesday is masculine. Wednesday is feminine. Thursday is masculine. And Friday is feminine. Saturday is both. Sunday is masculine. Both, actually. Actually, every single day is duality. But according to the energies that we're under, it's more so masculine or feminine. People are doing it wrong. And this is the reason why they don't have the manifestations that they want and why they end up blaming everything on a witch, which is another very stupid thing that people are doing. Just because today is Tuesday doesn't mean that it's kick a bitch's ass day. Black men, especially, which I was thinking about this earlier, I do want to remind you guys that there are still women that are murdered every single day just for being women. And there are people being murdered because of honor killings, and that is happening a lot worldwide. I do pick up on the suffering globally because I am still a global witch, and we need witches. You can't just be fucking selfish and say, oh, well, everything is going great in my life, so I don't care. But you got to give a fuck about other people. You can't just be a fucking selfish person. You can't. And none of us that stand for that are going to burn in hell. That's bullshit. There's probably thousands of women globally murdered just by these confused ass men. Murdered, raped, which is a fucked up culture to live in. Rape culture is still pretty much alive and well. And if you are a woman that has mentally, psychologically, and physically adjusted to that, divine feminines like myself, we don't, that's why we don't want anything to do with you, because that's not what we're supposed to be doing. Actually, what we're supposed to be doing is claiming sovereignty over those realities and destroying that shit. We're not supposed to be doing that. Okay? We're not. And just a little FYI, all misogynistic men are going to lose along with women that are with them. End of story. And that is because you are not supposed to be here. You are not welcome on that earth with that kind of confusion, which is probably why you are feeling persecuted. Number one reason why so many people are feeling persecuted is because you're turning a blind eye. You're not paying attention to the problem. When you turn a blind eye to the problem or you go along with the get along, you are considered a problem. You are not coveted by spirit. So today being Tuesday, double masculine energy, doesn't mean that it was international put your foot up a woman's ass. I'm going to tell you something straight up and down. Anybody on this earth that, I understand the need for war sometimes because of the confusion. We have to whoop ass sometimes physically, right? But the things that are going on are very unjust, unsavory, unfair, unbalanced. And you are being watched. You are being watched. You are being monitored by the Most High. This is one of the reasons why, for me, I don't look down upon people. I don't look down upon people. I don't do harm to people. If you come at me and you start a war with me, I'm going to destroy people, because people are out here being very goofy, to say the least. Um, and they are pretty much what they are doing is they are doing things and they're playing in everybody's face about certain things that are very serious. When you play stupid games, you're most certainly going to win stupid prizes. at the end of the day. Okay? You play stupid games and you win stupid prizes. So, like for example, at the stroke of midnight, uh, I guess all women are supposed to be like, good, today is my day, today is Wednesday. When you limit your understanding of Wednesday, you're going to always lose. When you limit your understanding of that particular day and the energies, okay, you lose. You're losing. Because Wednesday is about a lot more than just divine feminine energy. It's not about that. Okay? I'm not going to say what Wednesday is about because you know what? Everybody doesn't need to know that information. But Wednesday is a extremely and very powerful energy. Okay? It is. It's extremely powerful. And this is something that a lot of people do not pay attention to. Looking for the other, what happened to the other thing so that I can drain this? If you limit your understanding of anything just to divine feminine and divine masculine, you know, because Wednesday is about so much more than just that, you wouldn't even believe it. And a lot of people think that they know, but they don't know. I can tell, I can sense it. And this is one of the reasons why the spiritual community online, well, I'm not a part of any spiritual community online. Another thing that I don't understand, and I want to talk about that right now because the moment that I got on TikTok, I noticed that there was some friction between two different spiritualists on TikTok, right? One male, one female. Unless you know that you can trust a person, and pretty much a lot of people in the spiritual community, they have filled out a lot of people and they know who they will get down with or not. I think that it is a huge mistake for us as spiritualists to be trying to collaborate with one another. I don't think it's necessary. I don't have to, listen. And I think that part right there is a big, 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 big issue. I don't have to get along with or commune with any other of the people in social media, and I choose not to. First of all, I don't have time to do it. Second of all, it would be fake anyway. Why not just come on here and do your job and do whatever that you're doing? If you see other people getting along, okay, fine. But I think that for the most part, for a lot of us, there is no need for any kind of camaraderie. I realize that. Especially right now, a lot of people need to be the hermit as far as with, trying to associate with. But see, at this point, what we got is another false thing going on. People pretending to be getting along. I don't have to pretend to get along with anybody. I don't have to be friends with anybody on here. I don't have to be cool with anybody in social media. And I don't want to be. I'm not interested in it. You know what? It's the same thing. Like there are people that I'm cool with, and I know that they are of mind, body, and spirit, but people can be really, really like annoying. Hold on a second, guys. I need to drain this because hold on a minute. I am not interested in getting along with nor making amends with anybody that I have previously had issue with, and it's because my children were threatened. So when you do things like that, you're pretty much garbage to me, okay? If I were to, like, say, go on TikTok or something and develop friendships with people on there, that's fine, but that's kind of like, hold on a second, guys. So basically, what I'm saying is that any of these people that are trying to make it seem like, oh, you shouldn't deal with that person because they can't get along with nobody, run, because they set it up that way anyway. If you are a person that is trying to tell me that I need to get along with somebody that threatened the lives of my children, you kiss my ass and walk and run on down the road. Okay, I don't have to be cool with nobody on this platform. I don't have to be cool with nobody on TikTok either, even though I am. I admire some of the people on TikTok. In fact, TikTok is much more of it is such a better environment than YouTube. YouTube is just garbage lately. YouTube has been very garbagey. Not lately, well, for the past 13 years. It's pretty fucking disgusting. The spiritual community on YouTube is very toxic, as a lot of people found out. Okay, hey, so hold on a minute, you guys. Thank you, appreciate it. Yeah, so it's not a requirement for me to get along with other spiritualists. In fact, I don't have time for that. I have a family, I have a life. Nobody on here needs to know who I'm with. It's none of your fucking business. Maybe if you wouldn't, I think only people that are up to no good. Uh, a lot of these people, especially when it comes to spirituality, a lot of these people that are on here, to me, all of the people that I've gotten into it with are frauds anyway. They don't get to know anything about me. What they need to be focused on is just walking the fuck away. There doesn't, oh, well, it's not fair for you to know who I am and you to know my husband's name and for you to know this and I don't know yours. Too fucking bad. Walk away. Go in the other direction. There has been no rules that have been set that any of the spiritualists on here have to talk or to get along. Is that not clear? And I want a lot of you guys to be careful with that, with these people that are trying to come on here and say, oh, well, I can get along with her. And no, you're a child predator, honey. You're a child predator, and people's children are not safe around you. You're running around here trying to mess with people's fertility, mess with people's health, doing underhanded crap. Nobody can actually trust some of these people on here. Okay? So and they've everything that they have done has been nothing but a failure. Uh can you imagine spiritual people in social media claiming that they that they're evolved and healed from the generational curses, but yet they're being predatory and exploiting people's generational curses. They're exploiting people's families. So, I don't, and I think that people need to realize that, and people need to not give a damn. I'm not interested. Like, we don't have to be enemies, but we don't have to be friends. That's the point that I've been making. I'm not interested in being enemies or friends with people in here. And y'all got to understand the mental capacity of somebody that is trying to facilitate that. No, thank you. I don't need to be cool with you. You can sit in a goddamn group, this, and you can talk about me 24/7, honey. I'm living life at the end of the day. Oh, fuck, what did I do? You can go on and on and on about whatever problems I supposedly have with my family, and you've been doing it for years, but honey, at the end of the day, we're gonna always be all right. And you just look like an obsessed lunatic. And I'm gonna be honest with you, based upon the 13 years of trauma that I have went through. First of all, based upon the 13 years of trauma that I've been dealing with from just unfriending and walking away from someone that I thought was my friend, and her finding a gang stalking group to fucking stalk me, that pretty much makes me not want to make any new friends. But I am open to it. But I'm very leery. Do you blame me? I'm very leery of making new friends because of that happening. And I should be, because it was disgusting. Now, do I have, was that my only friend? No, I actually have several white friends and several black friends in real life, some that live in Kansas City still. Would I ever give those people, or come on here and say, hey, how long have we been friends? Hey, I've got friends, I can. No. You know why? Because some of these so-called spiritual people are out here stalking people. They are out here backing up gang stalking. So, and at the end of the day, I am, what are you going to do to me? You can't do anything to me. What are you going to do? You're not going to do anything. You have no power. You can't do shit to hurt me or my children. And at the end of the day, I don't have to get along with you. They act like, oh, well, in order for you to be seen as so and so and seen as such and such, you're a fraud, honey. You're a fraud and you're codependent. And I don't have to be cool with you. I don't care how many people like you. So what? So what? That's not what we're here for. That's not even what this is about. In fact, it's been so much dumb shit that it's hurt a lot of people. People have been hurt because of these people who still have their high school, things that they need to get over. They childish as hell. How the hell are you gonna be doing something and being successful at it when that is what your focus is? Oh, I showed up to prom night. Oh, I showed up to prom night and somebody was wearing a similar dress. No. I am a woman that stands on business, and it really, for me, what I've been talking to my grandmother about is not associating with people. If I would have done that from the beginning, would have saved me so much trouble. When you choose not to talk to people, even though people will, if you don't talk to them, they'll attempt to come to spiritualists as fake clients. They do that too. Why be fake at all? I don't understand all these fake people. It's stupid. So it's a bunch of stupidity, and I don't want anything to do with it. I was over there looking at the drama between certain people, And, I understand people in social media, they will put their dramas on the forefront for attention. I get it. I get it. Okay. I get that aspect of it. However, creating an entire situation to where children are being put at risk, no. No, that's something that now I don't respect anybody that does that. I don't. And luckily, I was paying the hell attention, y'all. I recorded the video of this spider. Hold on, y'all. I got a whole video on it. Let me show y'all real quick. I'm gonna try to show y'all. Herb weave spider. Isn't that amazing? Spirit told me to leave it alone and not do anything to it. I recorded a whole video. I just got to get it uploaded. Talking about the orb weave spider. So, anywho, yeah, I don't want to be bothered with any of these people. I don't care. Um, I don't need to be cool with you to prove that I can work out my issues with people. That, nobody has to be bothered with anybody. And one of the people that I really, really like in social media had made commentary about um, Alex Reed's tarot, and it was one of the best videos ever because she was like, everybody just needs to quit fucking talking to everybody. And she's right about that. If you're on here and it's stupid. It really is stupid. And if you are not, like, for example, if you're a spiritualist, I feel like unless you are in some way supporting that other spiritualist's business, then you don't even need to be talking about them. You don't even need to be talking to them about what? What is the point? Unless you're going to say, hey, I really think this person is amazing, because they're offering something that I don't offer, don't know anything about or whatever, and they're offering something creative. So I like this person. You know what I'm saying? Nothing wrong with that. But the moment that it turns into a drama, that's when you start to make that's what I don't like. And everybody don't like all that drama. Everybody just drama, 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 drama all the damn time. And in my case, my children were threatened by these ghetto, low-lifed vagabonds. I don't even want to hear it. Don't even try to play like, oh, it was just a hazing. It was just this. It was just that. Oh, can we work it out? No, we're never going to work it out. Go away. Forget about me, and hopefully I'll forget about your ass. Let me forget about you. Because as long as you are reminding me of you, my mind is going to do fucked up things to you. Keep in mind, I'm a Cancer. I don't even have to really do any work, and I don't. I've done updated work that I'm pretty fucking proud of. I ain't going to show it. Okay, because I don't want nobody learning my fucking blueprint. But to be honest with you, as a Cancerine, my moon is right there. So, really, to be honest with you, I ain't got to worry. I don't worry about none of these people. I don't worry about you. I just think that when you're a part of a group that calls people's family, harasses people, and when you're doing things like that and you're trying to capitalize and exploit, my uncle was exploited, whatever issues that he had. you know, and I'm not gonna come on here and go into detail about my family. I'm not. Everybody saw how I moved to another state, two different states away from my family. I'm not trying to exploit my fucking family, nor the problems that we have. What I do know is that my spirits and the Most High is going to provide. We're going to be moving soon into my own place. Nobody can ever deny me of that. Nobody can ever delay me of that. And if you are trying to hang out up underneath the shitty balls of fucking misogyny, then that's what the fuck you're going to get is shit. I don't give a shit about that. And no, I'm never going to get along with you. What, who in the hell does it? Have y'all ever seen that? Y'all seen that movie Obsessed? Have you ever seen that movie Obsessed with Beyonce? And I'm not speaking about the black or white aspect of it at all. But y'all remember that crazy bitch that became obsessed with Idris Elba, which cause goddamn, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? She got obsessed with him. And that's why I really would never ever, like, if I showed one picture of my significant other, motherfuckers would be trying to find out who the fuck he is and would be up his butt. And nah, no, no. But anyway, remember at the end of the movie when they were hanging from the ceiling, and at the last minute, Beyonce actually thought about saving her and tried to help her at the end. And in that split second that she did that, the bitch was so crazy. She was trying to pull her through the fucking ceiling with her. And she ended up just saying, "You crazy bitch," and had to let the bitch go. That's that right there. Y'all can say whatever the fuck y'all want to say about Beyonce, but that's a badass bitch. I know a lot of people think, but she's a part of the elite and da da da, Illuminati, shit like that. But relating to that character, I'm Beyonce. And I'm not saying that about white women. I'm saying that about any fucking body, except for my loved ones. I would die with my fucking loved ones. They go, I go too. Goddamn it. We ain't even gonna be. First of all, we ain't even gonna be in that situation. Ain't none of my motherfucking loved ones gonna be hanging from no motherfucking ceiling. Nobody that I know is gonna be doing the crazy fuck shit that crazy bitch was doing in that goddamn movie. None of my loved ones. None of my loved ones. Okay, but it's just the point that people that are self-destructive, and that's exactly what you're looking at when you're looking at people like that. They don't want to let you go. They want to try to pull you down under with them, and they're very fucking negative. Oh, really? I'm just gonna be walking around and roaming the streets forever. You know that when I look at homeless people, I wonder if somebody actually did that to them and said that to them, and that's what makes them have a break in reality, and they end up like that. Bitch, you dealing with a stony ass bitch over here, and that does not make me a diabolical fucking person just because I'm fucking strong. And you can't fucking humiliate me. Anybody that's trying to humiliate me is humiliating them fucking selves. And I'm telling y'all, don't ever fall for that shit. Not even for one fucking second. You stupid if you do that shit. Because what the fuck? First of all, they running around here talking about handlers and shit like that. Bitch, we ain't in Hollywood. We spiritualists. I'm a real motherfucker. I'm a real healer. I'm a real witch. I'm not no fucking Hollywood witch. I'm not playing a fucking character. I don't need a fucking handler. I don't do no fake shit over here. I have healed people of a lot of shit, and I can promise you that that ain't fake. That's some real shit right there. So I don't even want to hear it. There's some people out here that are spiritualists. They don't believe in healers at all. They don't believe in us. It is what it is. Maybe that's why they're so evil and rude to the Native Americans, because I can promise you that they didn't have access to any kind of fucking medical care. Look at what happened in the world. Shit, people's medications started to cost them 3 to 5 times more than what it actually costs. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot we going through, but you know what? You have to take the time to figure out what the hell is that about after you done put all your faith into it. Okay. Now, my whole thing about it is this though. Mind your fucking business. Do you think that I would ever be dumb enough to take on a client and tell them something like, you need to get off of your blood pressure medicine? Now, if that person is having symptoms, I'm going to say consult your doctor. If that person is having fucking side effects that are fucking debilitating, that they can't fucking, I'm going to say, hey, contact your doctor. Like, for example, I took blood pressure medicine years ago, and I only had elevated blood pressure. And this shit damn near made me go fucking blind. I didn't have to contact my, hello, doctor, I'm blind. Should I stop taking this fucking medication? Of course, I quit taking it immediately. They didn't find out till like a month later. They was like, well, we didn't think you really needed it anyway. It was like, yeah. Probably could have got paid off of this shit. That's a true fucking story. I put my fucking life on this shit. I'm not lying to y'all about this shit. Am I gonna tell somebody to do that? No, I'm never gonna tell you to do that. You know what I'm saying? So right now, guys, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm willing to make new friends, but please understand that I give with my heart. I love people with my whole heart. And when people betray me like that, like, it's kind of like I don't even just go straight to attacking them. I just make sure that they fuck shit don't fucking attack, don't fucking affect me. Because that's messed up when people do stuff like that. They got trust issues. I don't have trust issues. Because your trust issues is not even your trust issues, the main ones is with God and yourself. And that's sad. And I don't have that issue. Because I'm always trusting the Most High. I'm always trusting my fucking self. And the people that I choose to have in my list of protected ones. Straight up and down. So, right now, y'all, just to give you guys an update, I've been working on my student aid because I am going to be in school soon to become a holistic doctor. Nobody was playing about that. And so, of course, that's going to be good. My life is full. I'm getting ready to be back in my own place. Clients are coming in because they want to, if I don't get clients to move into my own place, then how the fuck am I going to get my own fucking place? And so I'm literally like days from moving. So you don't want to hold it. I don't need to go and get settled in and have a fucking housewarming party and shit. No, I'm accepting clients at all fucking times. Right? Um, but basically when I get in, I can't wait till I get in my place because I'm going to be able to study and I'm not going to be paying attention to that. I'm not going to let ignorance and just stupidity mess with my head. My life is full. I have my babies, grandbaby gonna be here anytime now, um, and my significant other and school. So my life is gonna be full, and then also my kids with their schooling. Okay. Now, it's funny how everybody will express this concern about this, or I'm concerned about this, but you're working with the very same people that terrorized us and made us prisoners in our own home. Make that make sense. I feel safe because my local law enforcement is always going to have my back on that. So I feel safe because that's some bullshit. I don't live in a reality where narcissists have power, not their gaslighting or anything. Because narcissistic people do not live in a reality that facilitates growth or happiness. They're just extremely diabolical, fucked up ass people. But yeah, definitely. I'll be cool with whoever. But is it necessary? No. I don't have to be like, oh, well, I want to get along with y'all or whatever. No, because you tried to put false judgment on me. That's another thing, false judgment. That's false. That's false. Even if you're married to a man and he comes back and tries to do something to you because you don't want to be married to him anymore, and he's trying to bring, that's false ideology. False. False. Whenever you get through. So it's not real to me, so it has no power over me in my situation. You can shout it from the rooftops. You gonna end up with a lump in your damn throat. Because I think that really we need to start disposing of males like that, and they must exist in a reality where it's no man's land. Because I told y'all about reality shifting. That is something that I am an expert in. Every witch is. And some people do need their reality shifted. I don't live in a fucking reality where men that are doing that actually have any power. And I can't use that energy either. That energy is not a part of my reality. Bullshit. I don't care who I'm living with either. I don't care who that don't matter. Cause when I grace it, when I grace somebody's home with my presence, it ain't nothing but healing and love and light up in there any damn way. So I know my worth and value 24/7. Y'all, this spider is just really cracking me up. He has been tearing up this beetle bug. And she built a nice little intricate web there too. You can see her web. See it? Isn't that interesting? She took a little feed break, but she went right back to eating. Y'all will see it in the video. She was wrapping and wrapping and wrapping that thing up. Wrapping it up. I caught her on camera doing her thing. You know what I'm saying? So anywho, yeah, man, it just it's and misogyny is something that, if you're a man and you live in that reality, I feel sorry for you. I feel sorry for you, but at the same time, I can feel sorry for you, but I'ma still check your ass. And a lot of men like that need to be checked. That's disgusting. Especially some of y'all who had mothers that fought for you and you felt like, oh, well, that wasn't good enough because my dad didn't do it or some dumb shit like that. Like, people be on some dumb shit. People be on really dumb shit. And, a lot of people need counseling and therapy that they refuse to get. That's another thing. Even though, what else pisses me off? And this is something else that we actually worked on a long time ago, is when someone does something to you that is supposed to traumatize you and they keep doing it over and over again, society automatically expects for that person to be fucked up. That's why I be saying, like, when stuff happens to people and they survive it and the news broadcasts it, I wouldn't want my business broadcasted on the news. Let's say that I survived something horrific, right? Some nigga actually was able, which it would never happen. But let's say that I survived, some dude trying to murder me and I survived through it. I don't want the news telling my fucking business because people are going to automatically try to stigmatize the person. Oh, damn, that person's got scars for life. How do you know that? How do you know that person is not going to heal and have a great life? How do you know that? You just want to assume something negative, and that's what you're dealing with when you're dealing with society. That's why I have a direct problem with the media, with the news. That's where they are harmful because they tell too many damn business. They be on there. They will, the news and the media will protect the names of the rapists and the murderers and the people that attempt to murder you, but they won't protect the victim. Have y'all noticed that some victims don't want people to know that they have been victimized in that way because it's their personal business that more than likely they like to get through by themselves. You know what I'm saying? Because when you got too many hands in the pot, especially when people have an opinion, when people have an ignorant opinion, or they make assumptions. I was looking at a video. I told y'all I was outraged about it. I said, where the fuck are they doing this at? Basically, this woman, this guy, and this woman, he was, I guess, obsessed with her or whatever. He was giving her gifts and stuff, but she did not want a relationship with him. And he killed her. And people was in the comment section saying she shouldn't have played with him like that. Like, I don't know what reality y'all live in to where a man all of a sudden like I feel like these people exist in another realm. Physically, we can be next to those people, but in reality, we're separate. Because since when is it okay? That's just like, okay, I can bring up a good case in point. Like, oh, that's not a good example. My point is, because I was gonna bring up another example. Okay, I'll say it. That's just like trans women, right? Women that are trans. And some of them are very sneaky and conniving to where they will not be honest with the man and they will give him fellatio, right? A man will accept some kind of fellatio from him. But then he'll later on find out that it's actually a man. And that man goes and murders that person. What reality are y'all living in that it's okay for him to murder that person? People are like, well, you shouldn't be doing that. No, they shouldn't. But in what reality is it okay to just murder somebody? When you think about it, that's stupid because you're going to jail anyway. That would be just like, oh, perfect fucking example. These people that have done the stuff that they have done to me with the stalking and the lying and the smear campaign. What if I went and just popped all their asses and just went on a fucking killing spree? And I'm gonna take my dumb ass to jail. I would turn myself in for that shit. What reality is it where I'm some fucking hero or people? That's fucking stupid. That would be a cop out. That would literally, I mean, people would understand. They'd be like, yeah, we understand because goddamn. But in reality, I'm gonna look at myself and say, bitch, you failed at life because you decided to snap, crackle, and fucking pop and go track these people to fuck down and off their asses. And I think they fear that. Oh, trust me, I would never give my life up. You ain't got no goddamn power over me like that. In fact, some of them be trying to commit suicide by stalking. They wish somebody would come and end it for them. No, Jamila ain't gonna do that. I ain't throwing my life away for your funky ass. You ain't no damn threat to me and mine. Not ever. You may be a threat to whoever got to sit and listen to your damn psycho babble, but you ain't no damn threat to me. That's the point that I was trying to make when I was bringing up that dude that got like 30 years in prison in Texas that killed that white boy. I don't listen. No white person that is racist is ever going to get me to throw my motherfucking life away. Because, okay, did you kill somebody that I love? Nope. Did you take anything from me? Nope. Did you cause any injury to me? Nope. So you good. Get the fuck out of my fucking face. You ain't no damn threat to me. I use my fucking mind control on your motherfucking ass. You ain't gonna do shit. It's a lot of people in this world They fall for the downfall, like the tragedy, because people just love their news. Oh, what's in the news today? Oh, more tragedy and trauma. Oh, no, I'm not going to become a statistic for people's entertainment. That's one, that's one thing that, where the hell? Okay, here we go. There's one thing about society that I can honestly say that I don't agree with is people being entertained somehow by the news. Chat. Let me tell you something. That's one of the reasons why I don't be up underneath folks and their frequencies. I do not. I do not, because I don't want to see nothing tragic in the news. Hell, I wish that we lived in a world where you rarely heard about crazy shit happening. So a lot of people, they be watching the news, they just and they are consumed by negativity, consumed by it, expected. A lot of people in this world are overrun with expectations of fuckery. And then what we do is we'll put all of our faith in the government. What the fuck? You are a citizen. You're supposed to be making the difference. It's about your consciousness, not theirs. Well, they doing stuff to make us do that. And you know what? You just literally discounted your argument. Because if you're able to tell me, well, it was this that made me do it, then you just let me know that you're full of shit. And can't nobody make you do nothing. You shouldn't be letting nobody make you do something. Well, they did that to me. Trust me, that's just like those black men in that black sector. They will, within the next couple of days. Oh, especially towards the end of the month when they get desperate for food. And the white man did this to me. The white man. Why would you sit and just let the white man do that to you then? What the fuck? See, I am of an opinion that you are supposed to rise above that. You're supposed to rise above that. You're supposed to have control of yourself. Why would you let any diabolical person create your reality for you? Why would you do that? You see what I'm saying? And people don't understand that because they can't even comprehend English sometimes. They can't even they can't even comprehend that, let alone have an understanding of what I just said. Only my intelligent followers or people that listen to me are even gonna understand what the fuck I said, because they're gonna be like, what is he talking about? I come from generational stupidity. The fuck? Yeah, I'm telling you. Stupid McNewton. Stupid is and stupid fucking does. You have to be in control of your goddamn self. And a lot of them are like, now I want to do bad and I want to blame it on somebody else. Oh, okay. Okay, well, that's why you don't have no good luck in life, hon. Well, I was told that I could just take it out on you women. Oh, where are they doing that at? Where are they doing that at? Sick. The decay of fucking society. I'm telling you, it's weird. And they say, fuck that. Fuck this life. Well, then, honey, I plan on doing everything that I want in this life and the next one. And you can't stop that. Period. End of fucking story. Well, I'm going to stalk you every day to make sure that you do. Well, you know what? You're going to do it to yourself, honey. And then people be convinced of that. And they don't realize that that's how people looking at them. Like, yeah, everybody can see that that's what they're doing. They don't see the people that see them, because they too delusional to see that. You see what I'm saying? They so damn delusional. Some of these spiritual groups out here, they so damn delusional that they think that they can light a goddamn fucking black or a fucking purple candle and trap a bitch in a whole state. The fuck out of here. And then wonder why don't nobody really fuck with them except for diabolical people. They want to try to make friends in high places. The fuck out. Fuck out. Get your ass up out of here, bro. Get your ass the fuck up out of here. Not happening, hun. Not happening. All right, let me see here. I'm going to put this on. So, anywho, y'all, that's pretty much, it's called common sense, and common sense is not fucking common these days. It really fucking isn't. So, anyway, today's Wednesday. Happy Wednesday, y'all. So, like, for example, today's Wednesday. Today is not only feminine, but it's masculine too. Yeah, I feel like you have to have daily balance. I think that there are a lot of people that are stuck on divine feminine, divine masculine, and they only look at it that way. And that's why we end up with so many people that are confused. We end up with a lot of confused people. Yeah, we end up with a lot of confused people. Y'all, seriously, straight up and down. But let me get my butt out of here. It's 12:12. Let me go. I was actually just getting ready to go, y'all. I'll see y'all later. Okay? Y'all have a good one. Blessings to y'all. Make sure y'all hit that thumbs up and subscribe. Oh, and my app that I made, I gotta call customer service because I'm trying to figure out how to edit the pages. I'm trying to figure out how to edit the pages on there. So I got to figure that out before I actually release the link to the app. So I'll see y'all later.